From Augusta National Golf Club in Augusta, Georgia, set amongst the azaleas, dogwoods, magnolias, and pines, this is EA Sports coverage of the world of golf. Rich Lerner here in the 18th Tower alongside Frank Nobilo, 15 times a winner around the world. Frank, normally we would see you over at that special spot, Amen Quarter, 12T, but you're with me today. Take me back to your playing days. What ran through your mind as you stood over that opening tee shot?
I couldn't feel my hands, really. I was so nervous to get to play there for the first time, and that was just a practice round. I think anybody that goes there for just a round of golf, you get the same feeling. You're like, am I really allowed to play? And then the course just comes to you. It really does. It flows beautifully. There's a lot more undulations than you even give it credit for, but, you know, hey, you're going to reference Amen Corner, so will I. Amen Corner technically is the second shot into 11, 12, and the tee shot at 13, not the 3 holes.
And that one unable to hold on. It'll work its way into the bunker here at hole number 1. So after the poor opening tee shot, his second at 1.
Not the best shot we've seen today, but when you consider that was set out of the fairway bunker, it certainly gets a pass grade.
And let's bring in Notah Begay, 4-time winner on tour. This putt for birdie.
And this has a pretty clear right to left break to it. Players gotta recognize the speed. This is one that guys leave short quite a bit.
Boy, played that more like a downhill putt than an uphill. That was never going to get there. So the look at par doesn't go down, and this will wind up as an opening bogey. Moving on to the 575-yard par 5 second at Augusta National. One of 2 par 5s on this first 9. Reachable into for many in the field, but the green is protected by large, deep bunkers. This one's starting a little bit right. Yeah, that's in the fairway, so maybe a chance for a bounce back after that opening bogey. And that will not be an eagle putt, far from it. It's into the left front bunker here at the second. Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Good chance to make up for that bogey at the first. Now, that's going to miss right, and a good opportunity goes by the wayside. Oh no, that goes by the wayside. Okay, that's finished off for a par. Now to the short par 4 third, only 350 yards. I think one of the more underrated holes on this golf course. We know those 5 pars plus the 12th on that second 9 get so much attention, and rightly so. But this is a wonderful hole, strategic, and you need some touch here. Gonna work this up that left-hand side. And this is going to get way up there at 3. That a very good drive. Good chance to get one in close from here. This, his second. Done right there. He'll regain the shot he lost at the first. It's a birdie here at number 3. Now to the 4th, an excellent par 3. This requires a solid, pure strike. You can't fake it on this hole, and you're happy to walk away with 3. And this one well over the green, and it's back into the second cut. Okay, not too bad there.
Now a 7-footer.
Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par. We move now to hole number 5, Magnolia, a par 4 at a stout 495 yards. Avoiding the 2 deep bunkers left of the fairway is a must, but a sloped green full of little hollows makes getting an approach to birdie range no small feat. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. This is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze.
And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realize if you just miss hit the middle of the club by 1/4 of an inch, you lose 10%? That's right, 10%.
Well, if that ball never really got rolling, that's going to come up a good 10 feet short. That is so painful when you come up that short.
Why is it that putts on line come up short?
One over for the day. Another good par 3 here on this first nine. It's the 180-yard par 3 sixth. Elevated tee, 2-tiered green. Chance to make it 2, but you need to be precise on the tee. That's going to be on the putting surface, and a birdie look straight ahead. We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
Two factors to consider here. First of all, braking from left to right, and it's going to be pretty quick back down this hill.
This from 7 feet. Oh, no, I thought that was in for sure. Just a little jag right at the end, going to leave it on the lip. So from even par, that's back-to-back bogeys now as he'll drop to +2 for his round. On to hole number 7. It is a par 4 at an even 450 yards in length. Anything into the pine trees running the length of the fairway can oftentimes lead to a bogey or worse, with the 3 front bunkers preventing any thoughts of running one up to the green. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Tee shot found the fairway left. Now this, his second to the par 4. That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Okay, not bad out of the sand, and that's what will remain, trying to grind out a par. Yeah, good bounce back par there. Still time to get this round turned around, and that won't hurt a bit. We move now to the 8th here at Augusta. This is an uphill 570-yard par 5. Avoid the fairway bunker off the tee, and reaching into is definitely a possibility. That one's going to hit hard. Get a little bit of run out, and that is going to wind up just fine. From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Has a great chance to reach the green, but still going to have to pull off an awfully great shot, hitting it right to left and trying to fit it in that narrow opening.
Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
That's a solid shot here into the 8th hole, and a good chance now for another birdie. That's going to slide by to the left. Good work to get into that position, but couldn't finish it off. Finish that off. It's in for par, and it'll keep him at 2 over for his round. Par 4 ninth is intriguing here at Augusta National. This is where you can see just how hilly the golf course is. It may not show up on television that way, but you can certainly feel it as you make your way up to this 9th green. This is going to be a beautiful drop down the hill into the big clearing, and it'll set up a good look at this 9th green. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Great angle from this location. You have a chance to get it close to this hole that's cut right in the middle tier of this green. Players able to use the backstop and use it as a backboard to pull the ball close to the hole, but you have to carry it a minimum of 19 yards or else it will come off to the front edge.
Third shot coming up now from the bunker. Okay, pretty big swing necessary there, and that's not all that bad from that far away. That's got a little bit more movement than you think, and that'll slide on by. Okay, so it's a bogey for him here at the 9th, and that will be a first 9 of 39, 3 over par. Second 9 begins with a downhill 495-yard par 4 featuring a 60-yard long center bunker short of the green. The first hole until 1935, number 10 traditionally plays harder than any other hole here at Augusta National.
And that's an excellent tee shot. Actually took the corner of the dog leg on. And the payoff, a slightly flatter lie and a better angle into this green that tips to the left.
Well, had a good lie in the fairway, but couldn't do anything with it. That comes up woefully short. From the fairway nota, this is third.
Even though the ball's just off the putting surface, players left with a very difficult uphill slow pitch shot where they won't be able to see the ball land on the green.
Okay, can't take putts that length for granted, but that's in for a par. We move along to hole number 11 here at Augusta National, now at 520 yards, a par 4. This tee box shifted a bit to the left in 2022, which lengthened the hole a good 15 yards, so that now navigating a tee shot down the right side brings more risk into play. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. Water left and long. This is second at 11.
Just a little over-ambitious on that chip shot. Just sailed past.
Maybe a look to the heavens here. That didn't need much more. You can see the frustration on the tap in. He expected better. He doesn't get it. That is a bogey here at the 11th. Well, nowhere on this golf course are the colors more vibrant than right here. Hole number 12. So easy on the eyes. So much harder is figuring the mysterious winds. The answers lie somewhere near the top of those towering pines that kiss the Georgia sky. Augusta's beguiling beauty. Golden Bell. That is right, and that may be gone. Oh my goodness, that comes up way short, and it is going to sink to the bottom of Rays Creek. Okay, so the drop made, and this will become his third at the par 3. Yeah, that's a good escape right there. Out of bounds off the tee, but in the end, it leads to just the one drop shot. We finish up Amen Corner with the sweeping 510-yard par 5 13. Hit the center of the fairway, and you can go for the green in two, but look out for the tributary to Rays Creek in front of the green and the 4 bunkers behind. That is going to stay on the high side. It's into the second cut, right of this 13th fairway. Safely back into the fairway. That was the job at hand, and it's a good end result from the fairway. Let's go to Noda.
Great place to miss the green behind. Still have a fighting chance to get up and down.
Eight feet remaining here for birdie. So that in for his par. You'll take those at this point as he'll stay at 5 over for his round. On to the 440-yard par 4 14th, the only hole at Augusta National without a single bunker. The terraced green is the challenge here. This one tugged just a bit. The wind going to push it a little. And that a good shot up the hill and into the fairway at 14. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
The most attractive feature of this hole is the dynamic design of the green, cut into 3 separate sections guarded by an amazing false front where the ball will come all the way off the front edge.
Needed maybe half a club more there. As it is, needs to get up and down to save par. Not an easy one, 20 feet away. Good putt right there. That has a little more break to it than most people realize, but he gets it to go for his par. We come now to the instantly recognizable hole number 15. It's called Firethorn. Traditionally, it has been the second easiest hole on the course, behind only number 13. But it was lengthened in 2022 with an extra 20 yards added on, making that potential carry over the pond with a second shot that much tougher. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Decision time now. Take on the pond or not. His second at 15. Oh, that's going to be into the bunker right of this green. And as we've seen through the years, this shot is going to be lightning fast from there. looking to splash this softly onto the green. All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. There's the surgeon's touch right there. Well done to run that in for a birdie. Par 3 16th here at Augusta National, and so many of the most indelible moments in the history of the sport happen right here at this short par 3. Solid shot, and sometimes solid throughout the round, will win the day. A lot of movement on this putt left to right. I think the idea here is just to get it inside sort of a 3-foot circle. Yeah, good concentration there. That's a distance where a putt could get away, but that, in for a par. This par 4 17th at 440 yards, one of the most famous in the sport. This is where in 1986, Jack Nicklaus, at the age of 46, made the birdie putt. Verne Lundquist on the call. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Wind coming from his right as he gets set for his second.
Well, I'm not going to rag on the shot. It was a good strike, but look where the flag is. It's on the other side of the green.
A look here for birdie at 17.
And this has a little bit of uphill to it, working back to the right at the end.
Road to this point, 4 over par on the round. Well, the difficulty here at the finishing hole, this famous 465-yard par 4 18th, is that you are coming out of a narrow chute off the tee, and it is steeply up the hill. Good drive, though, puts you in position to maybe make a birdie. That a beautiful tee shot to the shoot here at 18. That is going to be ideal. So now, up the hill, his second at 18.
That's not too bad. Good shot. Inside 20 feet, I would imagine. So a good chance, really. Outside chance for birdie.
good putt there. It's a birdie at 18. And that will wrap up a round of 75, 3 over par. Well, that about wraps things up for us here today. I'd like to thank my partner, Frank Nobilo. Enjoyed it, Frank?
Certainly did, Rich.
EA Sports coverage of the world of golf brings us to the place where it all began. They've been playing golf here since the 15th century on the old course at St. Andrews. Fritz Lerner up in the tower, pleased to be joined as always by Frank Nobilo. And Frank, we cannot talk about the old course without talking about bunkers. 112 of them in all. We know they can derail around. So what's the key to avoiding them?
You just mentioned it, really. Avoid those bunkers. They're beautifully positioned. If they're downwind, you'd be surprised. The ball can run 60 or 70 yards. So you might be wondering why that bunker's down there, and then all of a sudden you find it. So just keep your eyes open. But yeah, hey, it's a beautiful walk, and that's really the way golf was invented and should be played, especially at St. Andrews.
So a big drive, and not much needed to carry here for his second.
Nobody's happy after that shot. Oh, I mean, that was one up from disastrous, really.
Nope. So from the fairway to the green, 2 putts and in. That's a good, solid par here at the first. Here we are now at the second. Always so important to try and establish a good round in these opening holes, Frank.
In the second hole, especially with the prevailing breeze and today's modern equipment, the odd player has actually driven this green, but you really see the tone of the golf course. The middle of the golf course is protected. There's a series of bunkers down there, but the left is always the safe side of the golf course, but the best line to play your second shot from on the whole golf course is always the right side, and we see that here at the second. Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
This one's looking good.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
This from about 10 feet. It is early, but he kind of needed that one. Had to take advantage here, and he did just that. So good work, and he's 1 under through 2. On the tee box here at the 3rd now. Frank, all of these holes look relatively straightforward. Can a golfer get lured in a kind of a false sense of security off the tee here at the Old Course?
No, well, you can. This hole, the 3rd hole, even shorter than the 2nd, so reachable. But a lot of people tend to bail out towards the left. That's the middle of the golf course. And that leaves you a devilish little pitch or short wedge across that big gaping bunker that protects both the 3rd and the 15th green. So once again, want to drive the ball down the right side, but there's a series of pot bunkers there.
Down to Iona. This for birdie.
Well, for a long putt like this, there's really not a whole lot to it. I think you'll fancy his chances at this one.
Well, this one is looking good. Could it be? Oh, just short. But that is mission accomplished there. Very well done. Shake of the head there. That nearly a birdie, but he'll have to be content with a par. Frank, a much more difficult hole here at the 4th at the Old Course.
Yeah, that new championship tee is really made for a very hard par 4. 2 ways to play it. Down the right, that's a very, very narrow strip of fairway. Most will go to the left side, a little more conservative. But either way, tough second shot.
That's going to be up the left-hand side. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Excellent tee shot is left. A fine look at the green from this angle, although there are 3 bunkers you're going to have to navigate, called the Students, just short of the green. If you can carry them, though, clear access.
That's a good shot, and more importantly, too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Nope, didn't play enough of the break, and that'll be short as well. Okay, that one cleaned up without any issue, and that is a par. Well, here's a real scoring opportunity. The first par 5 on the front side at St. Andrews, the 5th hole. It's only 514 yards. That greenhouse, this is a football field deep. The key here, yet again, avoiding the big bunkers. They're called the Seven Sisters bunkers off the tee. If you do that, you'll have a great chance to get home in 2. That one looking a little right. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. I like it. I like it a lot. He's going to love it if he can get out of here with a 3, and that's a possibility. Yeah, we've seen that putt get away from people, so that's not half bad there. From 4 feet for birdie. Okay, mission accomplished there. 2 putts and a birdie at the par 5. Moving on to the par 4 6th hole here at the birthplace of golf. This hole shares a green actually with the 12th. How do you work your way around this hole, Frank?
Some sort of tee shot, 3 bunkers that look like they're in the left center of the fairway and a series of bunkers down the right. So somehow bisect those, and then you set yourself up to a green with a false front.
No issues here. That is into the fairway. Call it 74 yards here as he's set for his second. Okay, sensible play right there, and that one on deck. Let's bring in Notah Begay III for a look at birdie.
And definitely not a lot to be concerned with. He just needs to take it straight back and straight through.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Two under on the deck. Over the ball here at the 7th. Frank, if you had to script a game plan here, what would it look like?
You could drive this pretty close to the green. This is a green that's shared with the 11th, the par 3. And you won't see that tee shot finish, but you can actually drive very, very close to a bunker called the Shell, which is the one that protects the par 3 11th. You could risk driver, but why? Just hit 3 wood down there, leave a nice yardage, knock it on the green, maybe make birdie.
Substantial movement on this putt right to left, and it's from distance, so this one not just about speed, but line as well. Yeah, that's good pace, just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. So we'll finish that off. It's a par, and his score will stay at -2. Par 3 8th hole here at the Open Championship. And Frank, why is it so difficult to get the ball close here?
Well, there's the bunker on the left side. There's a little bit of a downslope there. This is the first par 3 that you'll play, and it's just tough to judge that distance perception. You've really got to be accurate on your yardage here.
Okay, that's a good shot. Front left portion of the green and a birdie opportunity coming up. Birdie putt coming up. Down to Notah.
And he's got to be happy with this ball wind up. Just slightly uphill, looks almost dead straight.
Yeah, not quite enough pace, but that's pretty good. tees that up in the hole. Always so important to finish your first 9 holes. Positive note here at the Open Championship.
Yeah, the 9th hole, this is the most extreme part, furthest away from the clubhouse, in the middle of the loop here. A good drive, though, that avoids those bunkers has every chance of finding this par 4 with your tee shot.
And that will do just fine. Look at this. What a putt from there. Nearly a miracle eagle. That was really well done. Not much more than a tap in there. It is a birdie at the 9th, and that's going to be a 3 under 33 on this front side. As we begin the backside here at St. Andrews, you can really feel the history. This hole named in honor of the legendary Bobby Jones, who won the 1927 Open and the 1930 Amateur. Obviously, 1930 was his Grand Slam year, and he retired, by the way, at the age of 28, and then founded and built with Alister MacKenzie Augusta National. So a little bit of history lesson as you play this 340-yard par 4 10th. The big drive got him here. Now a short one for his second. This is an 11-foot putt. Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. So he'll finish that off for his par, and he'll remain at 3 under. Challenging 174-yard par 3 11th has been called the shortest par 5 in golf. The Hill and Strath are the archetypal greenside bunkers where good scores go to die. Okay, took on the flag there, and it's going to leave a decent look at birdie. A birdie putt here at the 11th.
Well, I've really been impressed with how he's handled the speed on the greens, but this one is going to be a tester down the hill.
Nah, the pace was okay, but that needed to be started a bit further out to the right. Three under on the day. Now at the 12th, and Frank, when you put the peg in the ground here, are you licking your chops?
Well, you are, unless you're playing into a head breeze, because if you are playing a head breeze, then you've got to worry about the 4 bunkers that are in the middle of this fairway. Touch of help, or if you're a long hitter, then all you've got to do is worry about that little pot bunker just short of this green. There is gorse left and right, though.
No laying up with that swing. This is all or nothing. And that is not the spot to be. It'll take some effort from this buried line, but a chance now to still reach this green in 2.
And for a short little shot, the heavy rough certainly makes things more difficult because the rough gets between the club face and the ball. But not bad, all things considered.
Nope, not enough. Needed to get that a little further out to the right. Okay, no problem with that one. We arrive now at the challenging 418-yard par 4 13th. Tee shot has to avoid those coffin bunkers, and the approach should be aimed at the middle of this massive double green. That was close to being good, but it'll hop off the fairway and into the heavy stuff.
Now, that's not a bad shot, and the reason why I say that, you see the lie? Thick, heavy rough, just to forge that one out and get it on the green. Good going.
Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. Frank, what are we looking at here at the big par 5 14th?
Out of bounds on the right, and those little series of pop bunkers called the birdies. Now, if you get in trouble here, you can bail out with your second shot down the left, which is the 4th fairway. That's one other option of playing this par 5. But a good tee shot, and you can certainly go at this for 2.
Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. Got every bit of that fluid all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. Oh, yeah. I mean, some days you just can't miss, and this is one of those days. What a putt there as he'll walk away with an eagle. Frank, one of the things I always loved about links golf is that you're not aiming at a flagstick or a tree, but sometimes you're aiming for a steeple in the distance, and this is a good example here at the 15th.
Yeah, the church steeple is the exact line off the tee. That gives you sort of the center of the fairway. Really, you don't have to be overly bold off the tee. This is about just finding a nice flat lie for that second shot, because this is another difficult green that's well protected by just one little bunker that's in the front left that you don't think comes into play. But if your second shot doesn't land the right distance, more often than not, it just gets swallowed up by that. And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
Chance now for another birdie.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
Yeah, tough to know just how far out to the right to play that one. And that was not far enough. So he'll tidy up there for his par, and his score will hold tight at 5 under. So we've talked about options. That's the genius of the old course. And here we have another great example at the 381-yard par 4 16. You can play it on the safe side by aiming down the left side. You want to try to avoid the cluster of bunkers known as, I love this, the principal's nose, or you can aim right. But if you do, you risk going OB. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. A little over 80 yards here as he gets set for his second.
Well, I don't have my tape measure out, but that looks like, 6, 7 feet in there, but that is an excellent approach shot.
A good opportunity lost there. Really has it going at 5 under. The famous 17th at the Open Championship, Frank. You begin to see the scoreboards, the grandstands, and you know all eyes are on you for the next couple of holes.
Yeah, this is one hole I think that anybody that goes to the old course certainly wants to play. Blind tee shot, you've got to flash it across the out of bounds and somehow find the fairway. If you go too safe down the left side, well, there's some heather to be chopping out of. Good tee shot certainly gives you a chance to hit at this beautiful green that's angled to the left, well protected by the road hole bunker. And then if you're a little ambitious and a little strong, then there's a road itself and an out of bounds beyond this green. Rich, is that 8 or 9 feet? I don't know about that, but it is a great approach shot.
Yeah, walk that one right in. That's a good putt. And it's in for a birdie. Without a doubt, it is one of the most famous finishing holes in all of golf. Frank, it doesn't look like much from the tee, but wow, when you factor in the history, it's something special, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a little road that runs across this par 4. It's about 100 yards short of the green. It certainly comes into play when you play this hole into the breeze. But no breeze or into the breeze, you've got to worry about the out of bounds that surrounds the screen all the way down the right side and beyond. And it's a wonderful little finishing hole in many ways because it tests the mere mortal and it tests the greats of the game.
Well, they claim it's a reachable par 4. We haven't seen a whole lot of people do it today. We just saw it right there. Well done. So now this for a second eagle so far. That would have been a good one to convert on. Instead, that'll be left for birdie. Okay, birdie at the last. It is a birdie finish. And that will mean it is a round of 65, 7 under par. Absolutely terrific. Well, Frank, how do you begin to sum